Hello everyone, my name is Razzie, and today I'm going to be talking about a certain Dandy's World voice dubber who is, let's just say, in my personal opinion, from what I know and the research I've done, they are currently top 3 when it comes to Dandy's World voice actors when it comes to YouTube subscriber count. And no, it's not the wet salad, even though they probably will be mentioned later on this video. It's Urulan K. That's right, the Urulan K, the one that just recently hit 100,000 subscribers. Which, by the way, congratulations. Today, I'm going to be talking about the pros and the cons of their content. There's a lot of cons, but that is what makes the pros, surprisingly. So, without further ado, let's begin with the first entry. Voice acting. If, for the people who are currently living under a rock, don't know what voice acting is another form of art that can be used in not only animations, comic dubs, which is the main topic here, and video games. Voice acting can be the main reason why certain characters can feel alive, or, you know, have a pretty massive fan base. Here, I'm going to be talking about the cons and the pros on their voice acting. So, let's start with the cons, then the pros. Con number 1. I'm going to show you a video, right? First without context, and second with context. And tell me if you hear a difference.
Damn it! We messed it up again! It will be fine, right? Not so sure about that. Let's at least check. That couldn't hurt. Damn it! We messed it up again! It will be fine, right? Not so sure about that. Let's at least check. That couldn't hurt.
Did you hear any differences? Well, if you said no, then you'd be correct. Then again, this is one of their older pieces of content, and things could have changed. You know, Dandy's revival. I'll be talking about that here, actually. Their pros. When it comes to not being able to change their voice a lot, it comes with the plus side of content being posted a lot more frequently. And recently, their newest video, Dandy's Revival, just had a few, voice changes, specifically with Poppy and Sprout. They feel more alive, in my opinion, and I can hear the accent as well. Which really, when I first heard it, let's just say, really made me excited.
Better than you! Fine, I'll do it. That's the spit!
That time, I could actually tell. That was a pretty good voice for Sprout, I'm gonna be honest. But, that's not the only thing. They also tend to get their mother or father or other people to help them with the voice acting. The only 2 people that I really know actually don't change their voice is the mom and dad. I'm unsure about the collaboration partner if they did or not, but that's not important. I think a way that you could end up changing this is doing a little bit more of that voice changing stuff, which really made me excited. I really like the voices for the new characters. And maybe using your massive popularity to get a cast? It would be cool if that started happening. Just please host it out of a Discord server so I could possibly audition, because I don't have Discord, sadly. But with the first entry being over with, let's talk about the second entry. This entry, let me just tell you real quick. Audio editing. If you're living under a rock and you don't know what audio editing is usually when you put a mix of different sound effects to make them make a certain sound effect that can tend to make a scene more impactful. You know, like the blood splattering in one of my recent videos, Privilege of God. Was it called Privilege of God? Right of Privilege. Yeah, I think that's what it was called. Where I mixed a whole bunch of different sound effects to make a more impactful one. which, by the way, I did on my phone. It's really surprising to me that I did that. I think the problem that I have in the con that is on this channel for when it comes to audio editing, that sound effects, specifically sound effects, tend to cut out early. This was seen in Dandy's revival with the elevator where it cut out a little too early, when I think it should have been drowned out with the talking. And the music. Sometimes the music doesn't, fit, but I think from what I watched recently, the most recent video, I think it fit pretty well. From in my opinion. I don't know about future work that will be happening, but audio editing can sometimes tend to make it seem more impactful, but sometimes during the audio editing, you know what? Instead of me just yapping about it, let me just show you.
Nom, 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 nom.
Yeah, that was pretty awkward, you may be saying. And it was. The editing for the audio editing kind of just felt a little weird, to say at the least. Maybe it could be a little bit better, or start timing some stuff, or doing a deep search on certain sound effects. But that one just felt awkward. That's the main con. When it comes to that, and yeah, being able to post faster, I guess it makes it a little bit easier. But when it comes to long form, I do expect a little bit more of a higher quality. Crediting. Crediting. Crediting is a massive thing that you need to start taking consideration of. And the crediting on this channel, besides if you're talking about the shorts, either way, the long form content can tend to not have a lot of good, proper crediting. Say, like music that you're using. I won't name a specific company, but Undertale tends to have problems with copyright. And, of course, the actual comic itself. I feel like what you really should be doing is, instead of putting the user, which is also helpful sometimes, but a lot of people don't tend to know what the copy and paste button is, and will not really want just the username, especially if you're not telling them what the platform they're on is. I'm not gonna say anything, but I don't know if they did or not. But I think if you have a community that's I won't be rude, but like maybe lazy, you should put the link to either the creator or the comic itself to make things easier, so you don't get shot 27 times with copyright strikes, because nobody wants that. Nobody. And now, lastly but not least, which will also come with a little story time, permission seeking. Permission is a key that you should be taking consideration. You need to know if doing this comic can lead to certain consequences or not. Erulanna, back during the posting of Shelly's Bad Day, did not. As of now, you probably know that they're looking for permission now, but it wasn't always like this. They would usually dub random comics that they would find that the community of them really wanted. And this would lead to their first ever strike. A copyright strike. That's right. The big C word. The big run killer. And the reason why she won't be able to get her silver play button until another 50 days. you may be asking, can't they just pull the copyright strike? Because everything has been resolved. I don't know. I've never really used a copyright strike, nor have really gotten one. Oh, Erulanna, if you're probably, watching this, did you ask her that? I don't know. But let me just explain what the entire situation was first. Shelley's Bad Day was a comic about where Shelley and the people around them, specifically the people around them, did not really like Shelley, either forgetting about them, having bad feelings towards them, or just simply ignoring them. Which would lead to Shelley going into a deep spiral of depression that I wouldn't want anyone else going through. This comic, with the whole plot, guess what? Being a self-insert comic, meaning Shelley is the creator and the people around Shelley are the people around the creator. Oh boy, this isn't gonna end well. And I'm pretty sure this was also established in their most recent entries of this, where they said that this was a self-insert comic. This was posted 5 months ago, and has been put on private recently. More so unlisted, but you can go, of course, watch it on their Discord, where they have a link to it in a specific area. How do I know this? I'm in the Discord server. Duh. But this has led to Urulan K taking more steps onto making their channel better, which I do really like. After all, you have 100,000 subscribers. You gotta do better. Either way, I think that's really all I have to say. Without further ado, I'm going to be putting out my final rating of an opinion that I have for Urulanna. I think you're good, but you have flaws and you need to start studying more about this type of stuff. So, I would recommend maybe, taking notes on me. I don't know. I think I do pretty good. I don't know. You ask me. But in seriousness, you really should start taking notes on what other comic dubbers actually end up doing. How they credit stuff, how they deal with editing, and that other stuff. Either way, before I end this video off, I just want to say that thank you to Dexter White for inspiring me to make a channel similar to this. Because without Dexter White, I don't think I would be here. Either way, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good evening, night, or morning. Goodbye.